I thought at our age life would slow down.
Not with everything we need to coordinate.
My overtime, his basketball league,
My podiatrist and her PT.
his colonoscopy.
Her allergist.
We need to be in 2 places at once, which is no problem, because the Iowa Clinic has over 40 specialties all in one place. So when our doctors want to coordinate our care, they just talk to each other.
Our doctors work together to figure out the best care for us, so we can go back to our busy lives of juggling our doctors, our careers.
Our grandchild.
Care how you want it. Visit iowaclinic.com.
Welcome to Pregame, Iowa State, TCU, 7 o'clock, Saturday night. We are presented, as always, by our friends at the Iowa Clinic. Let's give our top 5 for the Cyclones and TCU. TCU is going to go off at around a 6-point favorite, depending on where you look. The big Jack Trice game at Jack Trice Stadium should be a great atmosphere. Our top 5 starts with number 5, Energy. Listen, Iowa State's crowd is phenomenal. You guys are nuts. You always show up. But I feel like Jack Trice hasn't been great this year, and maybe that's because the first 2 games were so damn boring. Felt like it started to come back against that Oklahoma State team where the offense showed up. That's what we need more of. We need more of the energy like that. And it really stems from the team, less about the crowd, more about the team. You need a high-energy start to this one all the way around. I think you'll get it with a night game, special uniforms, all that stuff. I think it's key, though. You got to start this thing off right. Number 4 is Rocco Beck. Continue to improve. Every time I watch him play, I think he's more special. I love him more. Every snap I watch this guy take another step forward. You're going up against TCU's quarterback, who many believe is the 3rd best in the Big 12. And I'm not saying Rocco is there, but this is a challenge. Like, TCU has the quarterback edge on paper going into this one. Take another step forward, Rocco, after seeing that elite Oklahoma defense a week ago. Big opportunity here for number 3 in Iowa State. Number 3 thing I'm watching for are the big dogs. And this goes on both sides of the field for Iowa State. We'll start with the offensive line. And obviously, the offensive line has been a topic for years during the Campbell era. But I thought they were better against Oklahoma. I did. Even in the 30-point loss, I thought Iowa State's offensive line took a positive stride forward, which is great. Take another one. Can Iowa State run the football against TCU? I think it's very possible. West Virginia did. I think it's very possible. So I need to see more from this offensive line. Keep taking that step forward. Defensive line, you got to pressure the quarterback. Now, I don't know if it's all on you. I think John Haycock will come out with a much more aggressive game plan in this one to not be picked apart by another Big 12 quarterback. We'll see. But, listen, Orange is graded out well. Onyedam's graded out pretty well. The rest of the guys, not so much. So we need to see a step forward by this defensive line. And, they're going to need some help. I don't think Iowa State will get a lot of pressure with 3. So we'll see what the professor has cooked up. Number 2, all right, it's time for the secondary to stand up, right? This is the best position group on Iowa State's roster, and I have sympathy for them because when you don't get any pressure on the quarterback, it makes the job as the secondary a lot more difficult. I understand all that. Listen, I understand football. But, while I feel for a guy like Purchase out there because nobody's throwing at TJ Tampa, this is a situation where they just need to be better. The safeties need to be better. Hopefully Malik Verdone is back. I think that he will be. Everybody in that secondary, if it's truly the best position group on the field for Iowa State, which I believe it is, they all need to excel in order for the Cyclones to beat TCU. And number 1, listen, you're going into this as a touchdown underdog despite being at home. This is a bit repetitive with Iowa State, but I believe it, it's very deserving. You got to have a clean football game. No block punts, make your field goals, no pick sixes, that type. If Iowa State's going to win, you just got to play clean football, and then the rest will follow. My prediction for this, I'm going to go 34-31 TCU. I think it's a fourth quarter game. gets to be a bit of a coin toss. Listen, here's the thing. I don't think TCU is like this proven product. I do think they have a talent edge, 1-85 over Iowa State, but I don't think it's extreme. I just think Iowa State's younger. Still waiting on Iowa State to prove a little more to me so I can trust them as a touchdown underdog, which is tough. So I'll go 34-31. I think it's a high-scoring game. To an extent, I don't think it's crazy. I don't think you get in the 50s or anything like that. Hope it's lower scoring. I think that'll favor Iowa State if it gets to be in the 20s. That type of thing. Appreciate the Iowa Clinic. Maddie Van Winkle producing today's pregame show as always. My name is Chris Williams. Enjoy the night game.